the smoke comes out from the side of Windstrike, and PA, other side of the map, found the Dire jungle. Broodmother's in the Radiant jungle top side, but the spiders are going to act as a scout, as it just looks like he's going to be able to farm down these ancients. So Kodos, you know, I think he's got the diffusal blade being shipped out to him, or the courier. It might be spotted here. The skeleton got the telekinesis, comes out. Broodmother is going to be able to run himself away from this, and it looks like he is. He even gets the shrine off, gets a diffusal blade just at the right time, and now all he's want to fly. The spiders will pop the mages. Looks like he's going to be the TP from Iceberg. Are they going to be able to do enough damage here? It's not going to be anything to cancel this. Nongrata's going to TP himself away now, and Yamich just far enough away to look for the trees, but the Laguna Blade comes out to Moon. It's going to be the stop now as well. It looks like Iceberg picks up the kill center, gives his life.
Very nice by the dice up, just making sure that tier 2 stays alive. They're delaying this centaur from getting his blink, like we've said. Very important, just to make sure they can keep up the pressure on the other sides of the map. I think the lack of wave clear on the raid is becoming really apparent now as well. Like they're really struggling to deal with when Dire group up and start pushing in towers. They don't really have any ways of stopping them. It's not like they have a position 4 with wave clear like this Rubik, or like the Tusk with the shards. Gonna become a bit of a worry, especially when, you know, in this late game scenario you want to be shoving lanes out just so you can go and gank on other parts of the map. Don't really get it this game until the centaur gets more points in double edge at least.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
The Lone Druid has gone for 4 Wraith Bands and anti-power treads, because you know, why not? Why not?
The current patch is who can build the most Wraith Bands anyway, so I think I've seen every Lone Druid build 4 so far. You know, it's really good on this hero.
I mean, I guess he's given thanks that the TP scroll has its own slot now, right? Because it means 1 more Wraith Band.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, I like this MKB pickup that he's going for as well. Really good against the PA. You know, you have this leader that can burst him down, but even so, save.
The blink was off the mark, but the crushes are going to be in. It's going to be the LSA as well, and Iceberg, Nongrata split that kill between them. But meantime, Brood is pushing the mid lane. There's going to be a fortification coming out. There's going to be a bottom lane push from Dream as well as Moon.
I don't know about this. The Rubik looks like to be, you know, trying to set up here. Pilot's TP and he has to be careful here on the Druid.
They're going to see them though. The Stampede comes through. There's going to be the stop now as well. Rubik will go down, killed off by Moon. The Chain Frost being dragged through. The bow is dead. What is he going to be able to do here, Sam? Tries to run himself away. Going to be throwing out the rocks, trying to keep himself alive. They're going to be able to get the return kill onto Archangel. And Moon able to TP himself out, but this could be another one. Oh, Sayu gets a disruption off, and Luna, even with the double damage, not going to be able to catch up with that. And meanwhile, Broodmama once again doing Broodmama things in the mid lane. Tier 1 tower will fall.
This centaur's trying desperately to get on top of the Lone Druid for the stun, but every time he does, the Savage Roar comes out and just pushes him back away again. He's having a rough time on the centaur so far. You can see the difference in farm speed between the PA this game and the PA last game. You know, with the Magnus not being here, it's you know, a lot slower. It's not even going for this Battle Fury to help his farm speed either. That he has to be able to try and fight up against this Lina Lone Druid with the timing they're going to hit. So goes for the Manta instead.
And it looks like the tier 2 tower Lina might make some work of that, or you might see the Broodmother again. I'm hearing a crush. It's going to be a dead Lich Archangel, and now the Broodmother. It's going to be the LSA off the mark though. The Dragon Slayer does fly through. Kodos gets the kill with the Spawn Spiderlings once again. Kodos, yeah, just going to play it safe close to the Sayu. Looking for the save there as well. But mid lane now, Iceberg, he's got himself a siege creep by the side of him and start pressuring this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And I don't know if Empire can fight around this.
It's a bit difficult, isn't it? Again, Centaur still... Oh, he's just picked up the blink, actually, so fight might be a little easier. They don't have Stampede yet, though.
10 seconds. Lich is TPing in now as well. But it looks like the buying time for the PA.
I like what Empire are doing here, though. They're just holding the high ground. They actually smoke under a vision. I'm amazed they've decided to put a smoke there without checking for ward first. They do it the other way around. They smoke and then deward. That's bit of a misplay.
I mean, just luring Windstrike into a false sense of security.
Sure, why not? It finishes the MKB now as well. He's so farmed. 4 Wraith Bands treads MKB at 16 minutes. He's only the third highest net worth in the game.
Oh. TP comes in. Nongratha's going to be there. This is a bait onto Dream, though. It looks like Nongratha's slowed down. Is the Iceberg going to be killed off by Moon and the trees, though? It looks like we're going to try and fight this one through. The Stampede comes through as well as the Chain Frost is bouncing around. Sound is over these Ancients, and it looks like Kodos going to try and chase him down with these Spiderlings, just spawning these webs. Nongratha doing the disruption now as well. Sound slowed down by the Refusal Blade. Bird trying to do what he can, but it's going to be too late, as Dream is going to be able to pick up the kill, and now they're going to be able to move over onto Always Want to Fly as well. They get the pick off. Black Archangel is going to be able to pick this one up, and Yamich being chased down. Is there going to be a little slow? The Diffusal Blade is there if they can slow him down any further. Snowball just to drag him a little bit further back, and now Dream comes in with another dagger. Kodos can't get over these ice shards. Doesn't matter. Archangel picks up the kill, and the tier 2 tower on the top lane will now be in trouble from Moon.
Fantastic play by Empire there. They finally get the Centaur blink, so it's so much easier for them to find these +1s. Felt like Windstrike just died one by one there. They've got been to the doctor. It's the SYBS, save your buddy syndrome. They just fall one by one to this PA and Centaur, just jumping forward to each target. Now all of a sudden, this game looks great for the Radiant side.
Yeah, as far as buybacks go, it's 4. Yeah, 4 on the side of the Radiant, 1, 2, just the 1 on the side of the Dire.
Yeah, both teams have to try and fight around this Roach Pit now. One team has a Slardar, the other team has a PA, so it can be taken very easily by both sides.
Yeah, and you can have your Centaur tank that as well. Dream's just going to be using his blur to get himself into the trees and run himself away safe. It looks like Centaur have been a little bit of trouble here. The blink, but there's going to be Yule Scepter up in there. A little bit of miscommunication there. The LSA comes out as well, but it's going to be the Laguna Blade being used. Stampede, is Moon going to be able to get himself out? I don't think he is. The Stomp, yeah, that animation just a little bit too long, and Nongratha gets him with a bash. Right clicks him, and Iceberg kills him off.
Was that an Iceberg Yule's onto the Centaur there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it after he blinked in? Because I didn't see the start of that fight.
Literally, as Nongratha blinked, there was a Yule Scepter came out as well.
Oh, they have the ward on the high ground. Oh, they've just put that down, actually. So, really quick reactions by Iceberg, then. What a play.
I mean, they had the vision. He was in the river. They were on the high ground. So
they've only just put that ward down.
Are you okay?
Oh, they were in the... Oh, right, okay, I see.
Yeah. So they could see him anyway.
Right, okay. He made an amazing play where the Centaur blinked on top of him straight away. Yeah, he had the quick fingers, but, you know, precast, whatever.
Yeah.
Not as amazing as I thought.
Well, it's still pretty amazing, but Silent Chain Frost bounces out between the Burr and his master, and this could be a dead lone druid. Will be a dead lone druid. Dream picks it up for free. Another dagger, they still see it with his illusions chasing him down.
It's the +1s.
Yep, it's going to dive forward. The tag team comes through. Snowball, it's going to be a little bit of a stump, but the dagger takes Always Want to Fly down to half health, and now with the second crit, you pick up the kill onto the Brood.
Mid as well.
You can do mid lane though. Kodos being killed off. Iceberg gets that out of mana. Do we try and chase down Collapse on this? It looks like Slaughter. Iceberg still hanging around. The spiders chasing him out with those tiny little move speed legs.
Yep, very nice.
But
looks like they're gonna... I mean, Dire ping it out. I think they assume the Radiant's in there with the PA, but hey, without the Death, so it doesn't actually take the rush, you know, as quickly as normal. So it's still obviously very quick, but Dire, they really just don't want to give this Roche up at all. They're very wary of this. They keep checking it over and over again.
Sayu in the river. There's going to be the disruption coming out. He's just in the low ground. Can he get himself away from this? The gaze drags him back in. There's going to be the Stampede now as well. Iceberg will be killed off by Dream. Is there going to be anything from this though? It's going to be a snowball coming through. They're going to be able to maybe right click down the Slider. Who's Always Want to Fly. He's already dropped. Slider comes back in. Nongratha with the move speed in the river though. He's trying to get himself onto Dream. Gets the quick off. But one more dagger could kill him off. He's actually going to blink forward and now the dagger onto Silent. Silent's going to try and run himself away. Kodos does take down Yamich on the low ground. 5 hero wipe going the way of Team Empire.
Dream managed to dodge the LSA stun by the Lina in the middle of that fight as well. Really well played by him, just keeping himself alive. And again, it feels very much like the way that Empire are playing. They get this amazing 3-man Centaur stomp, but they can't kill this PA at the moment. And she's just jumping from target to target and blowing up whoever she wants at the moment. She feels very safe. This is before the BKB even comes out. You know, it's only going to get harder for Windstrike.
Yeah, gets herself an Aegis there as well. There's Shrine on the bot lane being pinged out, you know, to just go and get healthy again. But Kodos starting to take over the Dire jungle. PA found the Radiant jungle, and slowly but surely they might try and choke out Windstrike here.
It's looking difficult now with the first Aegis going the way of the Radiant side. Probably looking to try and take these next two towers, outer towers on the map, I mean. Try and get as much map control going as you can, like you say, to starve Windstrike out.
Frodo's sat in the Roche pit, but you just took it, mate. Roshan isn't going to respawn.
He's just a little bit scared that Windstrike might be smoking out here. You know, they see the lone druid in the bot lane, but you have to be a little bit scared of Iceberg still. And Non-Grata. Yeah. They do have good kill potential between them. Yeah, the axe is out on the Lina now, by the way. This pure damage is going to be in effect against the PA now, so... With the Aegis, I don't even think he really cares. He's quite happy to die once, come back alive again and kill you all.
Yeah, and BKB is 700 gold away from being finished.
It's about 700 gold. I mean, the BKB doesn't save you from the pure damage of the Laguna Blade, though.
No, but it stops the setup from the LSA as well. It means you can dive in close, maybe get a lot of damage off before Lina can do too much damage. Yep. And tag team doesn't go through, but it cannot be dispelled. That's going to be a weird interaction that I have to see for myself, I guess.
He just sits on the front line and hits this tower because he has the Lich Frost Shield on him. He's like, yeah, can't deal with me. I'll do whatever I want.
LSA is going to be the Laguna Blade comes out. A Phantom Assassin, that's what the Laguna Blade down. And now Stampede, Chainfrost passing through. It just is going to be popped. It's going to be a chase from this. It looks like they might just back themselves out. Yeah, LSA going to be off the mark. And PA was able to just blink herself away to the Centaur.
Yeah, I don't know why the PA blinked in there. No, they used the Laguna Blade, just reset. You know, go back, heal up, and come back again because they've just used the Laguna Blade and they didn't kill you, and now you've wasted your Aegis for no reason. It's not like it was about to, you know, disappear anyway. A bit of a misplay there. Getting a bit ahead of themselves. Slardar actually went back for a Midas, by the way, to help his farm. I mean, the hero does, you know, benefit from the attack speed on the Midas, but even so, I'm not sure about this one.
Well, you know, never turn your nose up at 40 attack speed. It's actually quite high.
That's very
looking
good.
At it as attack speed, it is 186. Okay, so it's not hitting the upper limits, but you know, it's still quite high. He's looking for those bashes as well. He's only got 1 point into the back of the deep. So not really stacking up that bonus damage as of yet. Sayu could be in a little bit of trouble. Tusk and Slardar scouting around.
Shred's change doesn't benefit Slardar as well. You know, he's the kind of hero that wants the attack speed as well as the strength, but unfortunately you can only have one or the other now, with the power treads giving you damage instead.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower seem
I mean, damage isn't too bad. You've got your Manus armor, you know, your big Manus armor and the haze, but yeah, you do want to couple that with as much attack speed as possible. So damage, it's not too bad because you're still hitting off. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Big pickup soon though. Centaur almost has an Aghanim Scepter. It's just about to pick up the gold now by the looks of it with this bounty ring. Yeah, and so that's going to be flying out on the courier very soon. Lots of damage mitigation, going to be very good against this Lina. You know, whenever she tries to jump somebody, they can pop that Aghanim Scepter Stampede before the Laguna Blade comes out.
Yeah, and it just means your team can follow the Broodmother. You know, if you're looking down at a team fight from the high ground, your Broodmother pops a web, and the rest of your team, the Stampede goes, just falls them down, and you can come from literally anywhere in these team fights.
I'd like to see a Crimson Guard next on Moon as well, just to mitigate some more of the damage coming through. Now, the Lina right clicks, this tag team with the Slardar as well. Even the Lone Druid right clicks too. A lot of their damage is physical based.
Yamich is hiding himself in the trees. He's got a TP, he's got 2 TPs. So, should just be able to get himself out. I don't think he can do anything against Moon. I think it's just going to be...
They see him.
Oh, they see him with the siege. It's going to be blinking in the stop now as well. Frost armor is there. Yamich is going to be able to get him some way. Slowed down by that gaze as well as the frost armor. Snowball's going to be able to siege people, but the chase is going to be there. Moon can get the double edge and probably get the kill here now as well. And it's actually going to be the way of Archangel with that frost blast.
I forgot to say, by the way, I did look these guys up on Wikipedia, and Archangel, Dream, and Kodos, none of them have a Wikipedia page. So they're going on the Slardar here as well.
Yeah, he's being slowed down. They've also got the diffuser blade on him now, as well as the minus armor. He's going to be right-clicked away, and the illusions from Seiyu able to pick that kill up.
The Stampede. They're looking for this lone druid mid.
Don't think they can find him.
He's pretty speedy. Not sure about that Stampede. Has a long cooldown now since the 7.20 patch. 100 seconds at level 2. So.
Yeah, I mean, still like once a team. Yeah, once a team fight. You know, I don't think that 100-second spells and 20-second spells, I don't think you should ever be afraid to use for one pick-off. Even coming into, unless you're coming into the very late game where you're looking to close it out, I really don't think there's, you know, an issue using it just to try and find one pick. They didn't find it there, but, you know, maybe next time.
Yeah, like you say, you shouldn't be afraid. Just play aggressive, try and find those +1s like we've been seeing them do all game, but
yeah.
Iceberg top. He's trying to find somebody pushing out this lane, but Dream just keeps sending his Mantis there instead. Dream understands that this lean is the biggest problem for him, so he's just building tanky. You know, he's building stats. I was expecting a Satanic from him, but you know, Skardy's good as well. Just beef him up a little bit.
Yeah, get the slow on the daggers as well, though, when you get your triple daggers coming out in the next couple of levels.
Triple slow. Nice.
It's a triple slow with a Broodmother slow, with a Lich slow, with the Stampede to speed up the enemy team, with the slow coming out on the Shadow Demon as well. That's a lot of control for Team Empire.
So slow they'll be walking backwards like Michael Jackson. Lich has a gem now as well. This map control is going to be thinning and thinning out for Windstrike. Trying to play around this roach pit on the top half of the map now on Empire. Ready for it to spawn. I mean, somebody's going to have to deal with this wave pushing in bot from the lone druid, but
at the same time, the Spiderlands just go, they pull the lane out on the high ground. Yep, the Dragon Slayer doesn't even touch them there, and there's so many Spiderlands, but it looks like they maybe want to TP's lane. The centaur instantly pushed and then Talca needs to up into the air. I mean, what's he going to be able to do here? What was stolen? He got the Stampede stolen by the Rubik there as well. This means that everybody on the side of Windstrike should be able to get themselves away. Or maybe not everybody is Rubik. Fable does come out, always want to fly though. Dagger is going to slow him down. Is there going to be a blink strike? It's coming up in the next couple of seconds. Chain Frost just for the slow, and Seiyu does pick it up with the poison. And meanwhile, mid lane, Broodmother doing Broodmother things.
I think Stampede's probably one of the easier things to steal. So both of Centaur's other active spell animations are actually with Retaliate now. Maybe it's not. If you pop Retaliate after the use of Stampede, it might be more difficult for Rubik. But
can you steal Retaliate? Because
I don't know.
I guess you take the pass as well, but there's going to be a blink stop into the Electric comes through now as well. It's going to be punched up into the earth, so Moon will go down, but this might open the gates of Dream with BKB. They're going to be able to take down this tier 3, and now the fear comes out to Broodmother. It looks like Empire just want to move themselves away after taking this tier 3. We'll be able to go for the shrines after that.
Yeah, with the Centaur going down, you don't want to push for that fight 4 versus 5, especially with the BKB going down. So back off for now. You know, reset, go for that 5 and 5, and like you say, you are able to take the shrines now with that tier 3 going down. Get the spiders on the shrines, dude. That's the way to go.
Yeah. You know, as you get a couple of webs, maybe just one web so they have a quick exit in case they look to be farmed up. But like you say, where's the wave clear on the side of Windstrike? How can they take these spiders down?
Yep, it's almost a max 3-minute spawn on the Roche as well. Same as last game. And not going to favour with this Radiant side, sorry, the Dire side, unfortunately. It's the other thing as well, if you take a bad fight there on the high ground as the Radiant and the Roche spawns, you know, the Dire can just go and take it for themselves. It's very risky. I'm going to play around this Roche pit now instead of the Dire base.
Yeah. Protoss just try and scout it up, but like I say, it's not going to be up yet for another minute and 24 seconds, which I guess Empire maybe just use that time to fortify the position around the Roshan pit. Lone Druid's looking for the split push and at least a farm on the bottom lane. Spirit, he's actually got the items on silent and not on the burr. Is this something you think we're going to be seeing from Lone Druids now?
This is pretty standard. I think I haven't seen any bear builds yet since the new patch. Or top lane though.
Okay, they're going to be able to see the Lich. There's going to be the Fable. Lich wants to come in. He's going to be able to grab at least the Rubik Gaze now as well. Stampede comes out. Always want to fly as well. The Frost Arm and the stop. I think that was the double edge as well, but it's going to be the Laguna Blade getting committed there as well.
Iceberg.
It's actually going to be cancelled off. Iceberg gets pretty darn low. Dream, does he want to try and dive this? He's actually going to go diving straight into the LSA, and it means Gongrata will be able to get himself up, but Dream wants to throw a dagger out at least over that tier 3 tower.
Again, you want to back off here. The Lich even buys back because they know the Roche is the most important objective here. They need to push up this bot lane on the Lich so that they can go for that Roche without worrying about the catapults. Yeah, Lone Druid, I haven't seen a bear build yet. I think it's been this Mjolnir Dragon Lance, you know, almost every single time.
Yeah.
That's why they tried to change it with the talents on the Lone Druid. You know, they got rid of the Rabid attack speed and gave it the Spirit Bear attack time talent instead. I want this bear build to be more viable, which it's not really at the moment. Oh, PA.
Oh, might get the TP away. No, the LSA comes over. The snowball's going to be coming in now as well as a crush.
Nice dodge.
Did he dodges off? Yeah, he did. And my game goes crazy as it just doesn't want to see the outcome of this fight. Iceberg getting pretty low. The BKB's being popped by the other. And it looks like a dagger. One more dagger from Dream will kill off Yamich. The chase is on. What are they going to be able to get from this? It's going to be the Frost Owner, but the Gaze once again. Drags always want to fly back in. Not going to be able to get himself out, even with that Frost Armor being used.
What a play by Dream there, Manta dodging the Laguna Blade. I mean, if the Lina had been a little bit less greedy there, he could have just thrown it during one of the stuns, but wanted to go for that, go for the KS, it felt like.
Yeah.
Just the last hit with the Laguna.
The tier 3 tower, the Spiders. Moon pushing in now as well. This tier 3 tower, Dream up as well. Another one going down on the side of Windstrike. The double dagger splies through, hits the pillar. Godos wants to go in. There's going to be a disruption from the side. I don't think he'll be hitting onto Lich now as well. But the dive forward, you'll set it up into the Iceberg being slowed down. Don't think he gets himself away from this with the Gaze dragging him back in evenly. The Fable not going to be enough to cancel the damage out. Buyback's going to be another LSA onto PA. PA is going to be able to go down. No, he gets taken out by the Laguna Blade. Has no buyback. The Chain Frost bounces through, but it is going to be in the fountain. So the heals come through from the fountain, and Windstrike survived through that Chain Frost.
I have no idea why they're diving the base here instead of going for the Roche. This is a really big throw because PA doesn't have buyback either. I can now just walk into the Roche pit and take the Aegis for themselves. This is really poor decision making by the Radiant side.
I guess he was maybe looking for one more kill just to have the gold for the buyback, but he dove way too far. I think you get the Lina, as soon as the Lina buybacks there, you just leave.
This is so poor. Honestly, you really needed this Aegis on the PA. Instead of going for this top tier 3, you know, you'd already taken a tier 3. What's the point? Just focus on getting this Roche. We've, you know, bigged it up so much within the last 5 minutes or so. Oh dear. Deary dear.
This fire will never go out.
So Lena now gets an Arcane Rune as well as an Aegis. And net worth-wise, top of the chart, Lone Druid closely following. Yeah. Lone Druid picks up the cheese. He's going to go for a Skadi.
Yeah, I don't mind this. He just needs to become a bit more tanky up against this PA burst damage. I actually would have liked to have seen maybe an AT by him as well, but...
You get the scan onto Moon. Is there going to be a Blink Dagger into the trees? The Crush comes out now as well. Moon using the Stampede over and across the river. It was stolen by the Rubik. Are they going to be able to chase him down? Moon needs to carry on going as the Stampede wears off for both. He's going to try and go for the TP, but the Lift, they've got the vision. They have got the kill. It looks like he's going to try and stomp his way out of this, but Iceberg, LSA comes out, has the Laguna Blade if he wants to use it. Gets the kill secure.
He had an Arcane Rune there on Iceberg. He just clipped the end of the Arcane Rune with the Laguna, so... It's only dead down for 25 more seconds.
He might find the... They do find the Tusk. Dream picks that kill up onto Yamich, and the Gaze being used there just to make sure they get that.
Yeah, nice pick off. 1 for 1. Just trading farm at the moment. The problem for Iceberg here is that even though he has the Aegis, if the fight goes really badly, he still doesn't have buyback, so they have to be a little bit careful here still on Windstrike. Like that he's going for the armor item up against this PA. You know, we talked about it on the same as the Queen of Pain last game. Going for the Shivas. Good choice. Slardar's so poor. He went for the Midas, but he had to buy back, so lost a lot of his momentum with gold.
Yeah, that's not great for Slardar. That is the feels bad man, if I ever saw one.
Must be Rude's building his own AC as well, actually. That's a scary thought.
Yeah, I guess it's more damage. The spider's actually getting in, just taking down the wave as it comes out of the base here as well. Maybe just helps Empire get a little bit of a push onto this top set of racks.
There's a DD spawned bot. Shyspoke picks up. Even looked to bottle it up there, just picked it up straight away. With the bottle in his backpack.
Lich is going to show, and with this new ramp, Lena can come down right on top of him, maybe throw out the LSA. It's going to be he dodges off, the blink comes in now as well, the frost down to the gates.
No.
Aegis is going to be popped, and it looks like Lena, yeah, Shadow Points will be a prop there, even with the BKB. Dream just has too much damage.
What did we say about the Aegis and no buyback?
He's dead for a long time.
Top lane as well, the Brood's causing absolute chaos up here.
Going 4 for 1, and yeah, needs to move himself out of this fight now because Kodos, even on that, oh, that is creepy, the way he clings to the wall there, but the rest of his team coming to back him up.
The Iceberg, what have you done? He gets the DD and Fel was really confident, and Centaur's just sat behind this Lich waiting for him. Baiting out the poor little Lich. I think with that play, this is probably going to be a set of racks unless Windstrike can somehow cling on to them.
Yeah, but they know the buyback coming through now as well. Lone Druid is dead. Does he buy back for this? He does. Does he have a burst? Well, it's going to be the summon. If he goes down again, that burst is going to be down for 2 minutes. So the better part of as Lich gets pulled up into the earth. Blink forward though, it's going to be always want to fly.
Gaze.
And that ghost has to keep himself alive. The gaze comes in, the stomp, the double edge into the snowball though. It keeps him alive, and now the double edge will come out. Also want to fly. Gets killed off. Moon picks up that kill, and it looks like they want to try and chase him. Don't try and chase him to the fountain once again. Silent slow down. The crit eats the cheese. Is it going to be enough inside the fountain? It's going to be the right click button on grabs it. Might go down here as well. Dream does not occur. There's all 5 heroes. GG, it's going to be called Windstrike go down 2-0 to Team Empire.
Honestly, it's got to the point now with Windstrike, you know, they've had a bad few weeks, but they're all making some really silly individual errors. It looks like they're kind of just losing interest in like playing with each other, which, you know, it might not be true. You know, we can't tell that from the outside necessarily, but it feels like they're not on the same page anymore as a team.
Yeah.
You know, they've played together for quite a long time now. Sometimes teams need a little bit of a kick up the arse. You know, they changed their coach like VP did at the end of this season. Sometimes you just need new ideas, and it feels like Windstrike are currently in that kind of situation.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what the future holds for them, but unfortunately here they do go out. Empire moving on in the lower bracket. Yeah, so that is going to be the games for the day. The stream's going to be dropping, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. There will be more Dota coming up if you keep an eye on the main, I guess all the main 4 PTS channels. They've got the mainstream and then remote coverage over the other 3. So for now, I'm going to be saying bye. Mo, thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed today. Great. And hopefully